The Machines of Horizon. Fantastic yet perfectly grounded in the wild and tribal world of Earth's 31st century. In lore terms, these machines were designed by Gaia, empowered by the knowledge and resources from her subfunction Hephaestus. As we come to find out from Hephaestus' alpha, Margot Shen, this was only to impart the knowledge for Gaia to innovate her own designs over the centuries, not to inhibit her growth by only relaying the tech and thought processes of the 2060s. Though we see the effects of this in-game, the devs at Guerrilla had the daunting task of thinking wildly outside the box to conceptualize how these machines of the distant future might appear and operate. So how does one create something that is supposed to be such a departure from what we see today, while still feeling grounded in something familiar? Within the Collector's Edition game guide, Horizon's art director Jean-Marc Van Beek speaks to the process that brought us these futuristic metal beasts, while not falling into the realm of steam and dieselpunk. So we started talking to the university in Delft, the robotics department. We asked them if they could imagine a system that could build its own robots, how they would build it, and what's the current thinking as to how these things could function. They said that most robots would have legs, because that makes the most sense when you're dealing with natural terrain. If you have a world where there are no more roads, no electrical grids, then you want something self-sufficient that can take fuel from the environment around it. Then look how nature deals with that problem. The reason why animals and humans look the way they do is because they are biological machines that have evolved to fit exactly within their niche in nature, so robots that fill those niches would probably look very similar to those machines. When we got to talking about how the biomechanics of this would work, they said that muscle is still better than any motor we've invented. It's hydraulically based and you push blood into it and it expands. It's such a simple structure, it's self-healing and very versatile. So, artificial muscle is one of the first steps in creating long-lasting self-sustaining robots, but mammalian form isn't necessarily the best for everything. Flesh is soft and easy to damage. An internal skeleton creates a single point of failure problem. A horse that breaks its legs in nature is pretty much doomed. Crustaceans and insects have the better solution there. An exoskeleton where the protection is around the muscle is a better design, and you'll see that in all of the machine designs. Not only do we see this in the game, but this thinking was then woven into the lore of the world, as Gaia would draw inspiration from animal morphologies to create her terraforming robots. Elegant synthetic muscles surrounded by plasteel-plated exoskeletons. A plot device not only to supply the visually striking machine so iconic to Horizon, but one that we can see is rooted in real-world logic and science. And that brings this chronicle to a close. If you'd like to see more content like this, likes and shares are always appreciated, and if you really like what we're doing at the channel, come join our community and hit that subscribe button. Also consider supporting the channel on Patreon to help us create new series and to supply more quality content just like this. Check out the link in the description. And if you have a great idea or an interesting question that could lead to our next episode, let us know in the comments down below, and until next time, thanks for watching and keep questing.